Hello, this is Craig Brelsford with RedChip Companies. Thank you for joining today's event with FatPipe, which trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker FATN. With us today, we have Ragula Bhaskar, co-founder and chief executive officer of FatPipe, and Vikrant Ragula, director of internal IR. We will begin with a brief presentation in a moment, and then we will answer your questions. Users may submit a question at any time by using the Q&A tool at the bottom of the Zoom window. Before we begin, please allow me to read the Safe Harbor statement. This call may contain forward-looking statements within the meaning of the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act of 1995. All statements pertaining to future financial and/or operating results, along with other statements about the future expectations, beliefs, goals, plans, or prospects expressed by management, constitute forward-looking statements. Any statements that are not historical fact should also be considered forward-looking statements. Of course, forward-looking statements involve risks and uncertainties. I now turn the webinar over to the FatPipe team. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Craig. Thank you very much for introducing us and FatPipe. Hi, everyone. My name is Ragula Bhaskar, and I am the CEO of FatPipe Networks. I'm so excited to be here to talk to you all. I understand there's quite a few people on this webinar. And let me again introduce FatPipe to you. FatPipe is in the business of mission-critical networking for SMB customers. We provide networking, we provide network security, cybersecurity, and compliance monitoring for customers. So in a visual way, what do we do for networking? We combine multiple networks from different carriers into one single corporate network anywhere in the world with any last mile technology, as you can see here. The advantage to a company is they can deploy very mission critical networks with a high level of resiliency and redundancy and high speed without having to spend a lot of time and cycles getting it up and running. Makes it easier for customers. We give control of the network to the customer and not to the ISP. The other aspect of FatPipe is our cybersecurity offering. So what do we do different? We provide full-blown cybersecurity services in what we call as a single stack offering. So you can go to multiple providers in the cloud for various aspects of cybersecurity. And that works if you're a very large company and you have full-blown CISO and security organizations. The problem with that is it's very complex for an SMB customer. So FatPipe understood that need from customers. And so we developed a holistic approach to this. We have a single stack cybersecurity and network security offering, all residing in one product. The advantage to the customer is you get everything you need for your networking, network security, cybersecurity, and regulatory compliance, all in one platform on a single pane of glass. So what is the advantage? The advantage is simple deployment. You can have it in the cloud if you like for your remote employees and also have it on site. The advantage of having it on site, let's say you're any company, right? Any organization, 90% of your employees are working in that office now, right? So if 90% of the employees are working in that office, why is all the traffic going to an AWS East or AWS West to be authenticated, to be secured? And so we saw the value of giving the entire software at the premise in a box so that you turn it on, put your employees list in there. We help you configure your network and your security postures, and you're up and running. What is the advantage? When I went around on a road show a couple of weeks ago in New York, I was talking to different analysts. And one of them said, it takes me 3 to 4 minutes to get authenticated. Another guy said, when I ask for an email authentication, sometimes I get it at 4 o'clock, 2 hours later. And Sky High Security did a survey. They found that 38% of healthcare customers complain about jitter, latency, things that affect the performance of your security postures. So we found that need and we developed the product. Took a lot of engineering, but we were able to accomplish that where we put the entire network security and your cybersecurity in your company, in your premises. In the process, we are able to dramatically reduce the cost for you by reducing the amount of money that you have to spend or we have to spend hosting all these projects at the AWS. So the easiest way to remember what we do and what's the value we bring is for the price of a latte per month per employee, which is about $6 to $7. We give you network security, cyber security, email spam, and attachment sandboxing. That's the beauty of our product. Simplicity of product, simplicity of pricing, nothing scary about the pricing. You know the price per employee per month. That's where we are making our pitch, and it's resonating. So FatPipe. Uh, what is our sales model? Our sales model is two parts. One, uh, current product sales, new product sales, and then in terms of the sales team expansion, we are adding more salespeople. As we had mentioned in the earlier presentations, we were going to double our sales team. We have accomplished that. We had about 10 salespeople in December last year. We now have 22. We are going to have 25 in another week or two. And after that, we are going to take a break for 6 months so that all our sales people become profitable by the end of March, which is our fiscal year. And as you can see, we also have contracts rolling over. 3-year contracts roll over every 3 years. And after some time in 27, it starts having multiple year contracts roll over. So we are excited about that. And in terms of hiring, we hire seasoned salespeople, people with at least 20 plus years of experience with the Rolodex, with the customer knowledge, and many of them have sold FatPipe before in the previous avatars, and that makes it easier for them to sell. So what is when somebody asks me, oh, why FatPipe? Because we care about our customers. Customers are number one for us. They are the ones who have sustained us, and which is reason why in individual customer surveys by various organizations, we are always ranked very high in terms of customer acceptance, customer referral, and product as being rated number one. This is a Gartner survey, exactly the same thing. We do not pay these analysts, so these surveys are all customer surveys where they rank us better than all the big boys. What do we do? We have two components. One is our SD-WAN product that was invented by FatPipe, where we combine multiple lines and we fail over in a sub-second. We have 13 patents. By failing over in a sub-second, we also have technology that carries over your transaction, your VPN, everything. So, or your voice. And because we do that, we are able to meet all the mission critical requirements of customers. So we help run hospitals, financial institutions, numerous 911 centers where your voice has to fail over. You cannot drop a call. We have cities, counties, some of the largest cities in the country, some very large counties. We run the entire city. Everything is mission critical there because they have to provide service to their citizens. And if you're in a hospital, you can't afford failure. So our niche, if somebody says, how do you differentiate yourself from the other players? We have 13 patents, all focused on providing mission critical networking. So what drives our product? Simplified solutions. We take complex networking and make it very simple for the customer. Before we did that, ISPs had to cooperate. ISPs had to do programming at the center office. We took all of that out. We also provide you seamless networking anywhere in the world with any last mile technology, any carrier. In the process, we give you fail-proof infrastructures. We can push the limits of resilience to 99.999. We also provide technology that makes it very highly secure to transmit data above and beyond encryption. So these are the 4 product offerings we have. We have full-blown network monitoring along with our networking and cybersecurity products. One of our unique technologies, like I mentioned, is in a sub-second, I can fail you over. Some of you on this call, I saw the list, have seen this presentation before. So I apologize if you have to listen to this again. But the European Space Agency, University of Oxford, Hispasat, and Virgin, when they decided to do a vehicle automation testing, they selected FatPipe over all other players. And they said that we deliver 99+% connectivity. Without FatPipe, they're between 80 and 90% connectivity. Obviously, you don't want your autonomous vehicle to be connected only 4/5 of the time. You want it connected all the time. And that's what FatPipe delivers. This gives you a visual of how FatPipe can work with any last mile. Here, of course, this is a lot more complex because with wireless and satellites, you have jitter, latency, packet drops, and all of that. And we are able to deliver flawlessly for these customers. Here's another visual of what we can do for wireless, satellite, as well as 5G. We can make the performance of these products much, much better. So if you're using wireless or satellite as your backup or you're working in remote places, we ensure that your data files are transmitted. We ensure your communications are going through. So basically, we give you network resilience even for very complex connectivity like satellite. So what is the advantage of FatPipe? Again, simplicity in its use, simplicity in its display, simplicity in its monitoring. We can monitor everything about your network anywhere in the world, and you can see it in a very visual way, and you can act on it. This gives you our cybersecurity offering. Again, on a single pane of glass, you can see what's happening, DDoS attacks on your network. We can see who's logging in, who's logging out. Anything you can need for cybersecurity, all on a single pane of glass. You don't need 4 different providers or 4 different monthly bills. Everything, all your security posture can be coordinated into a single solution. Then we also have questions that always come up. I've been making one-on-one presentations to various investment managers. Some of the questions that have come up, I thought I'd put it on the paper here so that this may answer some of the questions. What do we plan to accomplish in 2026, which is our fiscal year ending March? As we mentioned earlier in the IPO presentations, our goal is to increase our sales team. Pretty much all the money that we have raised is still in the bank. The only thing I've done is taken the luxury of hiring people and still having a good cash cushion in the bank. So we have added 22 people, a total of 22 now from 10. We're adding 3 more by the end of the month. So we would accomplish the goals we set for ourselves. Sales teams typically break even in 3 to 5 months, sometimes 3 to 6 months. The goal there is they have to break even and be profitable for the company going forward within the same fiscal year. We also started aggressively marketing our cybersecurity offering as a single stack as part of our network offering. And we are finding very good interest, receptions, and quotations have been going out since we launched it a couple of months ago, actually. We also hired the Senior Vice President of Cybersecurity from AT&T. He's helping drive this initiative. He ran a $700 million sales organization. And we are also hiring people in cybersecurity, domain expertise to help. But we are selling primarily to our current customers. We have about more than 2,500 plus customers. And our focus is sell to our current customer base because they need it. And of course, we're going to expand the offering across the board to all our partners for new customers. We are launching campaigns with our partners, as we told you that we will be doing. And so we are aggressively marketing the products for the company with all our partners. We are also hiring more channel managers. We just hired a channel manager for one of our large partners so that he comes from that company, so he knows the people, he can drive the partnership. We are doing similar things with all the major partners. We have signed up more than 500 partners, but about 100 were active. The goal is how to make them very active. The only way to make them active is to launch campaigns, have dedicated channel managers to grow them. And then we'll continue to balance growth and profitability. My goal is always to be profitable, always to be cash flow break even, not every month up and down, but overall to be cash flow break even so that I don't burn money. So that is basically um, our company, our goals. Uh, this gives you an idea of who we are. Sanj and I founded the company. We have advanced degrees. We have served our community here in various board positions. And then we also have good managers, sales leaders who are leading the sales team. I just hired, actually, the beginning of this week, the former president of enterprise sales from Spectrum Chartered Communications. So he joins us to help us add more channel partners in the ISP space. So we are very happy that he has joined us. We have a good, strong board of an operator who ran a large 7,000 person operation, manufacturing operation. Bobby Majumdar, a SEC and corporate attorney, and John Turjan, a technologist from Avaya NTT. Why FatPipe? The TAM is large. There's a compelling value proposition. Again, the focus is the customer. What can we do for the customer to make his job or her job easier? How do we bring value? Provide the great product at a good value. The customer should see monetary value in buying us over anybody else. And then, of course, provide the latest advanced technology, and we have an attractive financial profile. So that is essentially our presentation. If you have any questions, I would be happy to answer. I'll give the phone back to Craig. Craig?
Yes, thank you very much. If you wish to submit that question, press the Q&A button at the bottom of your Zoom window. Then a text box will appear and you can type in your question and send it to us. We will read it aloud. Sorry, we can only accept written questions today. Don't use the raise hand button, please. Thank you. What are FatPipe's top strategic priorities for fiscal year 2026 and beyond?
The top priorities is scaling our sales organization because we have mature products. We have products that are scaling in terms of the organization. So the most important uh, charter for ourselves is scale our sales organization and then add more products. Adjacent to what we do, selling to the same customer base, selling to the same buyer, that is that's what we are going to continue to do. Like I said, we are going to be 25 salespeople. Next year, the plan is to be 45 salespeople at the end of fiscal 27, beginning April 1.
How do you define FatPipe's competitive moat in SD-WAN and SASE relative to Cisco, VMware, and Fortinet?
I think as you're seeing in the customer surveys, they always ranked us number one for product and number one for support. That is going to be our overarching philosophy. Make sure that we have a great product that customers love to buy and a great service that customers can count on. That's essentially the key to success. We do have multiple patents. We have 13 patents where we have done a lot of unique stuff, technologies that others don't have. We used to file patents because they were foundational and they needed to be disclosed. Nowadays, in the last couple of years, all our innovations are inside the box. People don't have to know how we do it. They just need to see the benefit of it. Like I said before, we have more than 2.7, I think now it's like 3.1 million lines of code. And so we can embed a lot of new ideas, new innovations in the software.
Q1 of fiscal year 2026 showed 16.2% product growth and 94% gross margin. How sustainable is this trend?
I believe it's sustainable. The reason for that is all the steps we are taking. Number one, add more sales teams, add more products, Then you have the rollover of contracts. So I feel comfortable that it's sustainable. And the gross margin will hold. Part of the reason for that is we are a software company.
What is your roadmap for international expansion?
The plan is to add more people in for international markets, but the truth is we are so busy with the US market. We are adding people, supporting them, sustaining them, taking care of customers. The US market is more better in terms of reception, pricing, innovation. So today, if you ask me, I'm heavily focused on the US market. To give you an idea, I haven't even covered the NFL cities yet. So I don't have people in Boston. I don't have people in New York. So I'm adding people there. I don't have a person in Atlanta. So if you ask me what am I going to do for the next 12 months, focus most of my time in developing the US market. And then while I hire a VP for international, and once I hire that person, then that person can help me grow the international market. But again, I don't even have a presence in Canada. So I need to focus on Canada. I need to focus on Mexico. So
What portion of your $3.9 million quarterly revenue comes from subscription and managed services?
the last time I checked, it was 85% approximately. We do have a consulting business. That's about 15% of the business, close to about 15%. But my focus is the product. Margins are higher. Uh, customers, the gross profit is much higher in the product side. And by the way, while we recognize new business as part of our AS 606 accounting rule, our monthly billings, our quarterly billings have been consistently growing quarter over quarter over quarter. And we are very excited. I think the last time I looked, don't hold me to it, I think it was 74% growth over 2 years. And we are hoping to sustain that. So once we have a chance to publish that in the next financials, you'll see that we are really having a really good recurring billing stream of income, and it's consistently growing as we add new customers. That income is going to go up even more.
Why is product growth significant? Are you planning on concentrating on products?
Yes, sir. The reason for that is it's a higher margin business, and that's what we are good at, right? You do consulting, etc., to keep things going. But the most important thing is what are we good at? We are very good at innovation. We are the best in the SD-WAN business. In fact, we invented it. And now with cybersecurity, we have a unique angle. We did a lot of engineering to produce a product that meets the customer need. So that's what we are good at, and the customers like us.
What are the main levers driving your 30% EBITDA margin, and how do you plan to expand it?
The margins, the EBITDA will be around 30%. Multiple analysts have told me focus on growth. So I am focusing on growth. So probably the EBITDA, I will keep it around 30% while I add more sales growth to the company.
How does you how does the company balance growth investment against maintaining positive cash flow?
That is a good question, right? Because it's dynamic. What we do is we are watching our cash flow. We are watching our monthly billings. And as the billings go up, we know how many more people we can start affording to hire. And then we also know how long it takes, depending on the person we hire in which market segment. We know how long it takes for them to break even, how much money they can be bringing in on an average basis. So based on all of that, we say, okay, in the next few months, I can have 3 to 5 people, and they will start breaking even in say 3 to 5 months, and then by then the cash flow will be increasing, or rather the billings will be increasing, and given the collection time period, we can start projecting how many people we can hire, and keep on that edge of always be cash flow positive. And also watch for collection, make sure collections come in on time. So it's very dynamic.
How is Cybersecurity 360 positioned against other protection providers?
That's really the crux of our technology, right? I have two versions. I have a cloud-based version, which is also integrated, and then I have an on-site version. Uh, so differentiators, number one, give customers everything they need. Don't nickel and dime them, and don't tell them to go to five different providers to get what they need. Basic needs, cybersecurity. Why should I talk to five different providers, right? And then deliver it in a very efficient, timely, responsive manner. Uh, One of the things we have found is there are a couple of big companies that have so-called single offering, right? They have nice names for it. The only problem is they put it together by taking a kludgy of different acquisitions and they put the software together. The problem is don't all work together in a very efficient single stack manner. So you have all the latencies that you expect going through different stacks in different acquisitions they have made. And we saw that as a negative and say, how do we do it better? So we engineered it from scratch and gave a more faster response product. And by putting it on your on site for you, I can cut down the amount of time in response time. I can get rid of jitter latency because all the traffic is on your local area network, and you don't have to spend so much money on bandwidth going to the cloud and coming back from the cloud for every little thing. It's like you get all your permissions, all your security right on your local area network. That's how we differentiate ourselves. And again, for the price of a latte, not a big dinner, you get security for your employee.
Thank you, Bhaskar. Are there plans to integrate AI-driven threat detection or behavioral analytics?
We have a lot of that. Oh, that's another good question, actually. The reason is because we have integrated everything in our system into one single product offering, we are able to talk to various modules inside, right? If we see something happening in one module, the monitoring system looks at that and says, hey, there's something going on here. All of that is internal. I don't have to go to the cloud to find out what is going on around the world. I have it right in house. So we do machine language processing. We look at all the different parameters. We look at all the markers. We look at the traffic. And based on that, we make decisions. We can make fast decisions. Like, let's say your computer, your endpoint is creating unusual traffic. I can instantly from the LAN cut you off, right? I don't have to go all the way to the web, come back with a heuristic solution. I have a deterministic solution. So I am using machine language and we are looking at patterns and implementing it.
What's next for SAT Boost and its impact on satellite-based connectivity markets?
SAC is a really good product. I love it. The reason for that is it does great things. It does actually provide value to the customer in the form of higher bandwidth, three times the bandwidth. It can be higher for what you call uncompressed traffic. And it gives you a more a solution that actually is reliable. We all know that satellites, if you have used satellite in your life, satellites are not the most what they call predictable in terms of delivery. But we are able to fix the problem. In one of the statistics we did, we ran 700 megabyte files on one of the top satellite providers in the country. And twice during cloudy days, the transmission failed, the file didn't go through without FatPipe. With FatPipe, the file actually went through at 31 megabits per second. To give an idea, they say they can deliver 100 megabits, but really they don't. And we were able to carry it even in the worst of cloudy conditions. So that is a value-added product. However, we are right now launching our cybersecurity product. We don't have the time to launch satellite. We are doing what is known as soft marketing to key partners, trying to get the feedback, phone a marketing message. So it'll be pushed to at either the end of this year or early next year. But I really like that product. It adds value. It brings value to the table. And we can do the same thing for 5G. As 5G morphs into 6G, and 5G is delivering 50 to 100 megabits. 5G has the same problem. So those customers who are relying on 5G networks, we can deliver the exact same performance.
Bhaskar, how do you vet and manage reseller partnerships, currently more than 100, for consistent service quality?
One of the things we do with our partners is most of our partners are the higher end partners who know networking, who have networking teams inside their company or organization. They know how to help the customer with networking solutions. Many of them provide local support. So we partner pretty much with most of them. So we are able to filter out uh, partners who do fix your laptop or fix your computer and deliver a monitor versus those who actually take care of corporate mid-market customers.
How is your U.S. sales organization scaling under the new leadership from AT&T and the telecom veteran?
Actually, very well. As I told you, first thing I did when we did the IPO was to hire the sales leaders. We wanted the sales leaders in place before we hired the sales teams, and we had them in place. Now we are adding the sales members, team members to these leaders. And as expansion happens, we will continue to grow the teams.
Again, if you wish to type in your question to FatPipe, use the Q&A button at the bottom of your Zoom window, click it, and a text box will appear. You can type in your question. We have a few more questions here in the queue. What should investors expect as key milestones over the next 12 months? Revenues, contracts, and partnerships.
We have two parts. The current partners that we are increasing our working with them, getting them to be more productive. I think we'll take about 15 of our partners and make them much more productive over the next year or two. We are also, like I said, we hired the former president of Spectrum Business. So we are working with him to expand our reach outside our current ISP customers. That is one. And then also the push more product through our partners and grow that the base of customers through those partners. More of the same, really. The more channel managers we add, the more salespeople we add. We activate more partners, spend more time with them, do more promotions. We are doing lunch and learns. We are doing Swift programs. If they hit a certain bar in terms of sales, they get a cruise for two so they can take their spouses and their significant others on a cruise. So we are starting all those marketing programs.
What are some of the financial aspects? Cash on hand. Is there a need to have additional financing?
We do have cash to sustain us. However, I am talking to a few of our investment banking friends to see if there are any acquisitions that they can bring. If it's a good fit and it's accretive to the company and we can sell to the same customer base, even more preferably to the same buyer base, then we would definitely take a look at that because that will accelerate the growth. And at that time, obviously, if we have to finance it, obviously we work with those who bring in the deals. But the goal is to make it accretive to the current shareholders.
Bhaskar, if you have any final remarks you'd like to make to the audience today, please go ahead. I will then give the outro, in which we'll give some ways for the listeners today to get more information about your company. Thank you.
Thank you. I wanted to thank everyone for taking your time to listen to this presentation. It's always a pleasure talking to investors, shareholders, and we have a number of large institutions like BlackRock and others, UBS, RBC. They've all been accumulating stock, Grandeur Peak. They all have been picking up stock. I had an on-site visit by another investment fund. and they were very positive. They like what we do, and they like the way we run the company, both as an organization as well as financially. So if you want one-on-one conversations with us, I would be happy to chat with you and answer any questions that you may have that to meet your investment criteria. We'll be more than happy to do that.
For more information about FatPipe, reach us at 1-800-RedChip or email us at fatn@redchip.com. Visit RedChip's investor information page for FatPipe. It's fatninfo.com. There, you can view and download the investor presentation and fact sheet and sign up for news alerts on FatPipe. Watch Small Stocks, Big Money, RedChip's program featuring exciting small cap companies every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Bloomberg USA. And finally, join RedChip's next webinar with Jackpot Digital tomorrow, Thursday, October 16th at 4:15 p.m. U.S. Eastern. Register for all RedChip webinars at redchip.com/events. Thanks again to our many participants today, and thank you, Bhaskar.
Thank you very much, Craig. Take care.